At the same time that Ripple Labs and the SEC are beginning and ending their payment conversations right in front of us, the XRP Exchange Traded Fund ETF has been launched and is currently operational. As of the 12th of April, 11 different financial institutions, including BlackRock and Fidelity, are able to submit their initial applications for XRP Exchange Traded Funds. All of this indicates that the settlement could take place at any moment. Moreover, the Securities and Exchange Commission SEC had scheduled a private meeting with them and Ripple Labs the day before in order to discuss terminating the settlement and negotiating a settlement agreement. As a matter of fact, this conference and discussion will cover a variety of themes, including the beginning and ending of injunctive actions, administrative proceedings, claims resolution and litigation, and other topics connected to examination and enforcement proceedings. It is also important to keep in mind that the payment talks have been confirmed, which indicates that the value of XRP will most likely increase to more than $15. This enormous price hike is immediately in front of us, and it can take place within the next day or around that time. Before we begin the movie for today, we have a very important announcement to make regarding our massive XRP giveaway. If you watch this movie and share it with others, you will receive up to $100 in XRP. At this point, all that is required of you is to click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ensure that the post notifications feature is properly activated. In addition, you are required to complete a transaction and join up for Uphold by following the link provided in the description. It takes us 5 minutes to complete the transaction, regardless of the amount of money involved, whether it be 1 cent, $1, $10, or $100. By using my referral link to sign up for Uphold and then making a transaction, you will be eligible to get up to $100 to continue purchasing XRP and other cryptocurrencies. Now let's get the video started as soon as possible. The United States Federal Reserve is now making use of XRP. When Uphold announced that the Federal Reserve had now executed an XRP transaction to a bank account in the United States, it was not only documented, but it was also demonstrated right in front of our very eyes. Ripple Labs and the Securities and Exchange Commission CC reached an official settlement agreement in which they agreed to settle the issue, and the report was released not long after that. As stated previously, this was documented by the court, thus it is not merely a conjecture. Indeed, it is a reality that this is the case. In point of fact, the Securities and Exchange Commission made the announcement of this meeting on April 11th behind closed doors. As a result of those discussions with David Antofuti, the chief advisor to the Federal Reserve, saying that the Fed might give settlement to a third party like Ripple and XRP to manage all of its cross-border payments, both inside and outside the Fed. This comes at a time when rumors of an imminent settlement are growing. It's time to start the movie. Do you believe that the Federal Reserve will steal your money? For the Federal Reserve to be able to produce as much money as it wants, it does not matter what you do with your money. You are free to refer to this extensive list as the blockchain if you think it is more appropriate. The Federal Reserve is the only entity that manages it, and it is extremely inexpensive, much more affordable than Bitcoin if you are all right with the fact that someone else is in charge. One of the issues with all of that is, of course, the possibility that you may not want the Federal Reserve to manage the funds. To clarify, let's assume that the Federal Reserve is likely imposing restrictions on some sales based on the Know Your Customer KYC policy. It is possible that they will be unable to handle some purchases that you intend to make. I responded by saying, well, if we wanted to take the idea one step further, this was the correct response. To be more specific, I am not claiming that this would ever take place. Rather, as a suggestion, you could imagine a Fed coin being used for everyone rather than a Fed wire. To ensure that these objects, which are similar to Bitcoin, always had the same value as the United States dollar, the Federal Reserve would create them. Nevertheless, they may delegate the clearing of these money to a third party, perhaps a technology similar to Ripple or even Bitcoin. This would prevent the exchange rate from fluctuating in an upward or downward direction. To put it another way, we may consider delegating the task of making these electronic payments using Fed coin to the miners, and the idea that there would be a Federal Reserve is. Because of this, it is not surprising that well-known financial institutions like Wells Fargo and other specialists in the field of finance have expressed their belief that XRP is highly valuable. In point of fact, Shannon Frapper, a well-known analyst at Wells Fargo, predicted that the price of XRP might reach a high of $500 within the next couple of months. This is because the Federal Reserve intends to make extensive use of XRP in the near future. In addition to the return that is anticipated for XRP, central banks are also planning to make their cryptocurrencies more global and use XRP as a tool to make transactions easier both inside nations and across countries. There are a number of various approaches to resolving that issue. On the other hand, it is also possible to remedy it by putting additional rules on top of that. Are we aware that it will arrive very soon? If I say that something is imminent, I mean that it would not surprise me if we were still involved in the SEC matter after 3 months have passed. This is due to the fact that I believe that the world is going to require a solution for liquidity that is comparable to XRP sooner rather than later. The next question that needs to be asked is, okay, we've solved it magically. At what point does the money go? It's not hard to imagine that it's a significant amount of money. As a result, I believe that it immediately increases to $10 or perhaps $20. My guess is that there is a pact between states and central banks to make XRP the bridge currency of the globe. This is the wild card that I believe exists. For the purpose of exchanging fiat currencies, it would be a neutral asset that central banks may trade with one another. In the event that this occurs, we will return to the topic that we were discussing earlier. Quite a bit of money needs to be covered by it. In addition, I believe that you are looking at a region in where XRP would be willing to settle. This would take place immediately at a cost approximately ranging from $10,000 to $35,000. Also, you should know that our life could either remain the same or change. To be honest, I have no idea. It could be a little bit different. This is something that you are already aware of. The executive director of Phil Hill Partners. Jimmy Falley has set the price of XRP at $10,000 per unit. Due to the fact that the XRP stablecoin is set to be issued, there is going to be a significant influx of billions or maybe quadrillions of dollars into the XRP ledger. Despite the fact that this does not imply that all of the funds are being transferred into XRP, they are being transferred into the XRP ledger as well as the DeFi area of the XRP ledger. According to Jack Thurpler, a well-known XRP expert and analyst, the amount of transactions on the XRP ledger is anticipated to experience a significant increase as a consequence of this. Moreover, a great number of individuals are going to be interested in the top DeFi token that is available on the XRP system. With a market value of only $40 billion, the city of Toucan believed that its value would go from a staggering 85 cents to a staggering $1,474. Nevertheless, this estimate was completely inaccurate. To add insult to injury, however, there are only a relatively small number of tokens for crypto trading funds that are now in circulation. To put this into perspective, supply shock can occur at any time. Nevertheless, he only has approximately 100 billion tokens accessible and more than 6 million people already possess them. Currently, the value of XRP is approximately 62 cents. Although there are around 2,000 persons who own tokens in the city of Toucan, there are 120 million tokens in total. At a price of approximately $1.1010, it is possible for a large number of individuals to generate a significant amount of money. It is possible that it will take place within a few days, and we are not talking about thousands of people. Millions or possibly hundreds of thousands of people are involved here. Jack Thurpler believes that it will go from 85 cents to $1,474 in just 1 month, and he says this because he believes that it will happen. In addition, he mentioned that the price of cigarettes in the city of Toucan jumped from 30 cents to 85 cents in just 7 days. This indicates that there is a great deal of pressure and that a supply shock might occur at any time, which would cause this enormous price point to be reached. In the event that it is not already obvious, I have purchased a portion of the city of Toucan, and I am still retaining ownership of it. I want to continue adding to my collection since, as I mentioned to you when I first noticed this token and did some research on it, there isn't a lot of it, which implies that a supply shock might occur at any moment. There is a significant amount of interest in them. Nevertheless, they are not even listed on a centralized exchange at this time, and they have not engaged in any form of mass marketing. In addition to that, just have a glance at the coin. Due to the fact that the crypto trading fund system was incorporated into the CTF token, this offers you the opportunity to generate passive revenue. On the other hand, this indicates that the more CTF you own, the more passive income you generate while you are working. However, despite the fact that the price continues to rise, it is currently at $1.10 and is anticipated to reach $1,400, which represents a 16% gain as of today. It is also clear that I am generating passive money each and every minute. I am able to tell you this because it is occurring to me as someone who has purchased CTF and is continuing to accumulate. I am making hundreds of dollars every month merely by using that passive income method, and it happens while I am working. In only a few days, there is a significant possibility that a market breakout will take place. Here is the verdict. According to what we can observe, the protected breakthrough date for the charts is the 15th of April. The fact that this breakout, the one that takes the CTF token into the thousands of dollars, might occur with very little resistance indicates that it is possible for us to witness it. Let's have a look at this, everybody. For the simple reason that there is no way to halt it, it is going to go over the roof. As a result, the CTF ticket will be elevated to a whole new level. It goes without saying that I want to make it abundantly obvious that I am not a business advisor. I am not offering any financial advice, and you should always conduct your own research beforehand. Below the description, I will include a link to the website ctftoken.com, which is dedicated to cryptocurrency trading for your convenience. You are able to check it out on the Polygon chain and the